Hi, my name is Ben Dubey, and I'm part of the engineering program at CSI. And for my Capstone project, I had made my bike into a phone charger. For the generator, I had used a DC motor, and I had 3D printed a part onto the shaft to lengthen it and widen it so I could use it with these conveyor belt pieces. I soldered my wires onto the back of the motor so I could connect them to a charging port, which is a car charger that I had taken apart. The metal piece is actually the ground portion, and the spring is the positive portion. So once I figured that out, I had taken the wires out of the circuit board with my soldering iron and put in my own and tested it with a battery just to make sure that it actually worked. I then had broke my first circuit board, and I had to take apart another car charger, to which I tested again. Originally, I was going to put my conveyor belt piece on the front of the pedal until I realized that the motor would be in the way. So I tried to place it behind the pedal like this until I realized that that would not work either because the part was too small. I grinded it down in half to the point where it had simply broken. So after a couple of days of thinking, I figured I could mount the motor on the back frame of the bike. So I had mounted the motor on the back frame of the bike with Gorilla Tape and Gorilla Glue and placed a Lego wheel on the front part of the shaft so that it was actually touching the metal wheel. And as the wheel spun, it would spin the shaft of the motor like this. So after I got all that done, I had just placed the charging portion and taped it directly under the seat so it would be out of the way of all the wheels and your legs, and wrapped the phone charger around the front frame of the bike and secured it down to the end. And to hold the actual phone to the bike, I had found an old running strap that I had to cut slits into so I could free out the buttons so you could press them while riding, and just wrapped it around the handlebars of the bike. I made sure to give the phone charger enough give so you could still rotate the bike left and right with no problem at all. And I went on a couple test runs to see how much my phone would actually charge. I took the same route each time, and after about a mile and a half of biking, I got around 8%, like plus or minus 2%, and found out that no matter how fast or slow I went, the phone charged the same because the rotations of the bike wheel were the same each time. And sadly, without falling off my bike, I wasn't able to get any footage while riding it. So I got this footage of me manually spinning the tire